into the 90s.
What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shimmer Fantasy Battle Report's got another battle report for you today. It's the Forest City Fracas. Round number 3, guys. Guys, what is going on? It's your boy James here. Got another game coming all the way from the land up above Canada in the frosty regions where moose run wild. Anyways, guys, what is going on? It's your boy James. So, giving you a quick recap. Game number 1. I played against Slawomir. I had a medium-sized loss. I got a 15-5. We didn't finish our game. Round number 2, I got a game against Rob Phillips. I want to say it was Phillips. And I had a bigger win. I had like a 18, I think it was. I'm trying to look it up real quick. 16, Rob Phillips, yep. But so it put me in. I'm hovering around the same table. I'm around like table 7, 8, going into round 3. Round 3, I'm playing Jeff Durham. Now, first of all, the first 2 opponents that I played, I've never played them before, like ever. Okay, so that's awesome. Second off, I haven't played Jeff in years. I think the last time I played Jeff was probably Strength in Numbers, and I want to say that's like 2017 or 18. I might just edit it and show you the number right there. But basically, it's been quite a long time since I played Jeff, and this is 2023, man. This is crazy. Slawomir, my first round opponent, by the way, is playing my brother this round, which is really funny because my brother gives me like a little like, hey, how do I beat him? And I was like, dude, just kill his champions. Once you kill his champions, everything starts to run away because of fear and terror. Which actually kind of works well for my brother. Going into this match, I am on table 7 against Jeff Durham. Jeff Durham is playing Vampire Coven. Let's go over his list really quick and see what he has. And just to give you an idea, before we get to Jeff Durham's list, what's happening right now is at the end of round 2, we have Mike Smith versus Mike Johnson. Mike Smith wins. He is right on the top. Alex Meyer fought Eirik. Eirik beat the crap out of Alex Meyer, and Eirik is actually on top. They're going at it in this game, round 3. I'm going to just jump ahead because it doesn't really matter if you wait till the end of the battle report. Eirik ends up beating Mike Smith, which will put Eirik in a pretty good lead. There's only 2 more matches Eirik will have to hold on to that first place. Creeping up is my boy John Oakes. John Oakes, I don't know if in his first game he lost or he just got a low score. Let's see, what did John got? What? Where's my boy John? John lost to Chuck. I didn't know that. Round 1, yeah, Chuck got a 12-8 against John. And then going into the second game, John ended up getting a big win against Josh Gurin. This third game, John also gets a small win against Mike Maddox. So John is starting to creep up. Sean Mooney beat Ratman pretty big with an ambush list. I know that ambush list has been doing well for him, and then I think he just took it to Infernal Zoo this weekend, and he got it looked pretty bad actually. So he probably might be switching up his list very soon. Outside of that, yeah. So John's creeping up. Sean Mooney's creeping up. Mike Smith and Eirik are on top, and then we'll see how that goes. All right, going back to Jeff Durham's list. Jeff Durham here, he has Vampire Covenant. He has a couple a couple vampires. He has them both on horses. Okay, he has one. He has a Barrow King on a steed, and he has a Vampire Count on a steed. Now, right off the bat, just looking at all this stuff, I don't really know what this does. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm just being honest with you, and I'm a player who plays often, but I just see Vampire Counts, and I see like a bunch of shit like True Thirst, Brotherhood, Crimson Rage, and I'm like, this guy probably just is a blender. I just expect so. He's 760 points. I'm assuming he's a blender. Okay? But he's not the general. The general is on foot. He's on Nosferatu. He's a Supreme Lich. And then he has 40 ghouls, 23 zombies, 4 bat swarms, 8 wolves, 31 barrow guard, 10 barrow knights, 5 spectral hunters, and 5 vampire knights, or the blood knights, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyways, his army actually has a pretty fucking nice banner. Look at this. Look at this beautiful fucking banner. This is his Barrow Knight unit. Alright, and then what we're going to go ahead and show you is magic. Magic, I got Fireball. I took the Hereditary. I have Enveloping Embers. Cloak of Cinders, and Pyroflow, as well as the Rod of Battle. My general, and if you guys are looking at this and you're saying, like, oh, he has 5 Pyro spells, that's illegal. My general actually got the Fireballs. That's why I just kind of spread out the fire spells on the Wizard Crown. So, anyways, yeah, so it's me versus Jeff. Now, Jeff, he has a bunch of fucking spells. Of course, he does. He has Hand of Glory, Pentagram of Pain, Arise, and Hasten the Hour, Ancestral Aid, and Spectral Blades again. Alright, so I believe I dropped for everything to go for round one. Round one, or deployment, I'm sorry. Let's see, what was this? I think it might have been counter thrust? It could have been. Let's see. Damn, they didn't put it down here. It was hold the center. I want to say it was counter thrust, hold the center. That's why you see a little bit of staggering, or that, or it could have just been classic. I think it might have just been classic battle line, hold the center. But either way, Orcs and Goblins, turn one. Now, first of all, deployment. I go ahead and I deploy my spiders, the Beastie Boys on the left side. I'm going to go ahead and abuse that wall just using the ghost step. I have my generals unit on the chariots there, right by the building. It's kind of a weird unit. I'm going to be straight up here really quick because I know that the vote is going on for Orcs and Goblins. But it's kind of a weird unit, the Orc chariots, because you don't really want them in the center, but your general's in the unit. So if you're in the center, you kind of have a lack of mobility and easiness to get chaffed. I tend to put them on the flank, and Phil kind of makes fun of me for this, Phil Carl. But I'm like, in all fairness, most of my units are leadership 8 anyways. So it doesn't really fucking matter that my general's there or not, The BSB is a little bit more important. But I go ahead and put my generals unit on the left. I put my goblins in the center. My goblins in the center is basically to push that hold the center objective, but B also just kind of flee when he starts to charge in with the goblin cunning. I got my feral orc, my BSB unit on the center, going for the hold the center spot, and then I have my other orcs behind my goblins just to shoot. I got Ruckus and Cletus on the right side with the K-Pack Plus. The K-Pack Plus are right now kind of in second or third place in points. In this game, though, they make a big impact. My other Beastie Boys crept up the right side. It kind of just ran up, and then my Doom Diver is behind the forest, not giving a flying fuck. Alright. As you can see, I moved Cletus and Ruckus up. I moved the K-Pack up. I moved the Beastie Boys up on both sides. Magic, I don't think anything really happened in Magic. I think my opponent kind of started a little bit further back, so most of it didn't matter. Shooting, I go ahead and I shoot a Doom Diver into one of his dog units, and I end up missing, dropping off the Maggot right there, and that is going to be that. It's going to start off his turn. Turn 1! Vampire Cons turn 1. He walks into the Maggot on purpose with his dogs. It pops 7 dogs out of 8. Does he have 8? Yeah, kill 7 dogs out of 8. That one is left. I think that one has 2 wounds. I want to say it has 2 wounds. It doesn't really matter, honestly. But he leaves 1 dog alive, trying to chaff both Ruckus and my feral orcs. Also causing me to have a frenzy check. He uses his other unit of dogs to run in front of Cletus. He does this to basically push his vampire knights in front of Cletus, and he's going to get his charge next round. There's nothing I can really do. I could try to stop it on the right side with my Beastie Boys, but I think I have to make a March check, which I don't really trust their March check too well. On the left side, his Spectral Hunters come around going for my other Beastie Boys, and we're going to play this game of House here. Anyways, Magic, he ends up getting Whispers of the Veil off onto my general. This is a big play for him. What he's trying to do is trying to lower my leadership, cause terror checks, cause -1 leadership again. Knowing that leadership is a big issue for Orcs and Goblins. Goes off turn 2, Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. I decided to charge Ruckus in just to get rid of the chaff. I charged Cletus in to get rid of the chaff. I charged 1 chariot, 1, into the Vampire Knights, which wasn't that far. It was probably like 6 on the dice or 5 on the dice with Swiss Stride, and I failed it. I only rolled like a 2. He chaffed the other chariots, basically, so I had to charge just 1 out. And I figured if I charge 1 out, I hold them for a turn. It lets the giants do their thing, right? And just failing that charge just kind of like swung like, oh, shit, I'm going to be like stuck here for a minute. As for the rest, I am just kind of like, the savages can't move. They pass their frenzy check at least. And my general's unit, I just kind of wheel backwards. The Beastie Boys, we had a big conversation about this. They go in the building, turn north, and go up around his spectral hunters. He's like, you can't do that, you can't do that. And I go, why? He goes, because you can't swift freeform inside the building. I go, they're light troops, they can swift freeform all they want, you know? So we ended up picking up the building because he thought maybe I don't have enough movement. Once you pick up the building and you treat it like, just say you treat it like a field or a forest, you could see I easily could go in the building, turn, go that way, and which I do. And I pop out behind his barrel guard, so he was kind of upset about that one. Magic got an 8 on the flux, goes ahead and do a fireball into Spectral Hunters, end up killing off 2 Spectral Hunters, get off an Embers onto his Ghouls, and I end up only killing off like 4 Ghouls, get a Pyro Flow, end up only killing off like 1 more. The Doom Diver shoots another cow, right there in front of the Barrow Knights, and I missed, but I'm like, you know what, I like these, man. I could just keep popping them out all day and just kind of let them hang out here, you know. Shooting phase, I'm going to go shoot here into his Ghouls. I end up killing off 2 more Ghouls, and that is it. It's going to start off Vampires. Turn number 3. Vampires turn number 3. He charges here, hoping to get his terror check with my -1 leadership with his Whispers of the Veil. I pass. Okay? So I'm like leadership 7, I think it is. Oh, I think it's 7. It might be 6, but either way, I still pass, which is fine. These guys do make their charge in, and he was like, I'm like, and he's like, do you have a magic weapon? Yes, I do. It's kind of a suicide bomb for these guys at the moment, but at the same token, he did it just hoping for that terror check. Up here, he has bats charging into my Beastie Boys. They're going to get stuck there. As you can see, Cletus killed the dogs, but Cletus overran in front of his Vampire Knights. Now, so kind of, Cletus is setting up chaff. Cletus is just setting up like, okay, you're gonna have to kill Cletus, and you could overrun if you want. I think that's what he was measuring, the overrun, or hopefully, if he doesn't kill Cletus, I can just kind of fuck him up. We'll see. Over here, he charges zombies into Ruckus. He fails this charge here, and you can see he did charge Cletus. That's that. He's going to start grabbing the objective. This is turn 2. So he goes towards the center. That's what he's going to do. In this picture, you can see he's pointing out the maggot. He's like, fuck it, I'm just going to run into him. He does. He ends up losing like 4 knights to this maggot. That's fucking awesome. But he goes up this way to threaten my general, and at this point I can't really charge forward with my general's unit and hit. I could only hit like 1 dude in because the goblins are in the way, so I would have to charge the goblins, which just gives him a ton of combat res and probably kill my wizard anyways. So I don't really know what to do at the moment. I'm kind of thinking about this, like, how do I play this? This is an interesting scenario for me. The savages, I don't think, have a line of sight of his barrel guard, his barrow knights. So that's cool. His or not cool, but that's basically what it is. His zombies obviously failed to charge into Ruckus. Magic, he gets a 7 on the flux, goes ahead and he puts up Touch of the Reaper here, and I kind of let it go. Or no, I think I tried to stop it. But he just rolled hot. He hits, kills my wizard, 1 shot. Boom! 3 wounds. Motherfucker. Anyways, up here, he ends up killing Cletus. Obviously, he goes strength 7, a bunch of attacks. One thing I didn't think about here is I could have just took shields from the chariots and had Cletus just kind of hold off the shield right there. But I didn't know that. I didn't know that till the next game. Next game, I reread the rules. I thought the rule said that he gets a weapon from a unit that's in 12 inch in combat. I didn't realize it was if he's in combat and there's another unit in 12 inches, he could grab their weapon. So I could have grabbed the shields off the chariots and been fine. Anyways, he kills me here. He realizes both of them are looking at him. He decides to overrun, trying to get out of their line of sight, and he ends up stumbling forward right into where I got 2 flanks. Okay. Up here, his bats do beat my Spider Riders. They do rally. We do forget about this fight a couple times. I think there's a couple rounds we just forget to do it, and then we're like, shit, and then we just roll it real fast. But it's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins, turn number 3. Orcs and Goblins, turn number 3. I'm going to go ahead and wog! I wog. Now, I charge forward here, okay? Savages into his Ghouls front. And the reason I said this was because I even said it to him. I said, They haven't gotten a wound yet, so they don't have that reroll to hit yet, do they? And he's like, nope. And I'm like, let's do it. Let's just fucking go. So I'm going there, and what he didn't expect was me to pop up my maulers in the wolf unit up on the left, pop them out, and they're charging in two to the same unit. Now, my goal here is to hopefully destroy this ghoul unit and overrun the maulers into his barrow guard unit, into the flank. And if I could do that, it's going to fuck him for a turn. He's going to buff or debuff or try to kill me or whatever. But either way, it's going to fuck him for one turn because he's not going to get a charge off. I'm going to get a charge off. And then I can charge my other stuff, right? I don't charge his Barrow Knights because what I end up doing is I end up thinking, like, I don't want to risk my general this early into the game. So I'm going to go ahead and just reform over there on the left side. And then Ruckus and the K-Pack Plus are both going into his Vampire Knights. And boom! Everybody gets in. Now, it's a good picture. My Beastie Boys do rally up on the right. I reform my Goblins just to be 5 wide, and basically give him, if he wants to charge Barrow Knights in, they can't get past to get into my general. He can charge 1 or 2 guys out of the unit to my general, but that's just suicide, I think. He could charge into my Goblins, and I'll just hold steadfast. So basically, I'm just trying to chaff him for this, till I figure out what's going on above. If I could get those dogs into the flank of his barrow guard. Sorry. If I could charge the dogs into the flank of his barrow guard, I could just turn the savages to face his barrow knights. That's what I'm thinking. And I don't even have to respect zombies because those are zombies, right? Anyways, magic, don't really have much in magic shooting. I'm going to go ahead and shoot my Doom Diver again. Boom! 4 of his fucking Barrow Guard. This game, the Doom Diver was hot. This game right here made me want to always take Doom Divers. That's not always the case, though. Just telling you right now, that's not always the case. Alright, over here, Ruckus kills off 2, the K-Pack kill off 2. And I think he just pops. I think he does like a wound to Ruckus, a wound to the K-Pack, and he just pops. I just kill his fucking Blood Knights in 1 round. Over here, holy shit. Holy shit. I let him go. He doesn't get that many attacks with the ghouls because I think it's because he was 5 wide and not in horde formation. But he doesn't have the rerolls, all that stuff. So he kills off a couple savages. But holy shit, my maulers. I take paired weapons and I get hatred and all that shit. Look at that. He killed 1, 2, 3. I think he killed 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 savage orcs. And he killed off about 3 goblins for 8 combat res. But I fucking ripped them apart. Ripped them apart. I want to say I rolled lightning reflexes too on the orcs. So I just had so many attacks, so many wounds. I popped the unit. Now, when I pop the unit, I overrun with the goblins like I told you I was going to. I need a 5 to get in. I roll on Swift Stride a 4. Yeah, all my plans just went to shit right there. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Now, I'm going to just show you this picture and just sit on this for a second. The next picture, you're not going to understand what happens if I show it to you by itself. So I have to go back a couple pictures to this picture here where I had him in the charge with the ghouls still. Okay, because you got to imagine his ghouls aren't there. The Goblin Wolf Riders overrun first, and they chaff me from basically turning, moving, or whatever, right? I am not breaking the inch from his Barrow Guard, so I can't really, shimmy, so I could really fight more than a couple. He's going to charge in, and he's going to get a couple wounds, or, more ranks than I can, right? So I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm going to face the music. I'm just going to have to deal with this, okay? But he charges the Barrow Guard. I say hold. Then he decides he's going to charge the flank of me with his zombies. And now I respect zombies because I'm like, oh, fuck. Because no matter what, he's going to break my steadfast. He's going to break, he's going to win just because I got charge flank, big flank, and ranks. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, son of a bitch, I'm going to have to take this. You know what? I could flee. They're not fearless. I could flee. And if I flee, both of those charges are basically wasted charges. So I flee. Now it forces me to flee to the point where I'm so wide, I'm 8 wide. I'm gonna turn and I touch both goblin units. Okay? So I run through both. Both of them fail a leadership 8 leadership check. So now the goblins on the bottom, the big rabble unit that's supposed to chaff my general, runs through my orcs that are down there with the giant freaking Gortak model as a unit filler. They run through those orcs, causing them to panic. Okay, let me state that again. Those goblins ran through my other orcs and they caused them to panic. The fuck is this? This is one of the things that's being voted on. I voted again, to fix this because there should be no reason in hell that goblins running through an orc unit should cause the orcs to panic. Orcs expect goblins to run. Now that unit on a leadership 8, discipline 8 minimize roll fails the roll. They run off the table. The goblins run off the table. The other goblins, the Beastie Boys, run through the building. My other orcs, the BSB unit that actually started all of this, ran through my general, pops out the other side, and is inches from the table edge. And that's the picture right here. I can't even make this up. This is what happened. This is what happened. Oh my god. At this point, he redirects into Ruckus. I just flee Ruckus on purpose because I was like, Ruckus is just going to die. And he tried to redirect into my K-Pack, but the K-Pack are too far. He decides not to charge into my general. He decides not to. And I was really kind of like, why not? You have everything. He gets a 20-0 right here if he charges my general and pops my general's unit because my feral orcs are right behind him, and he'll pop them too, right? He's going to get the objective. I have nothing near the center that is going to get the objective, okay? That is just a fucking crazy turn. Like, I explained it the best I possibly can, all right? But literally in one turn, my entire army is fleeing except for my general. My general is the only one who passes fucking leadership check. Oh my god. Anyways, he fails his charges. He decides to take the 2 characters that were in that unit and bail. And when I asked him, why didn't you just charge my general? He said, oh, your general has Kingslayer. Fuck that. And when I think about it, like, I don't know what Crimson Rage and True Thirst and all this stuff does, but he's kind of right. I mean, I have 4 attacks base. If there was another unit in combat, which there's not, I would get 5. And then I get another +2 on that unit, puts me at 7, and then, yeah, that's like 7 attack strength, 9. He's like, I have like a 1-up armor maybe, but that doesn't matter. He's like, you're going to kill my characters. I was like, oh, man, maybe I should have charged him with my general. I don't fucking know. Anyways, but I was thinking about the other aspect. The fucking knights will just kill, my chariots. I don't know. I'm curious on how that would go. Anyways, so he just bails the unit right here. He does some magic. He gets an 8 on the flux, but it doesn't really matter because nobody's in combat. Nobody's near each other. Nobody does anything, really. He has no magic missiles. I think I just stopped the magic missile he has. So start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 4. I decide to charge his Barrow Knights because he left them here as chaff, and I said, well, fuck it. Give me some free points. That's fine. Get them there. Magic. Don't have magic. I just popped the card and then realized that my wizard's dead. So yeah, my orcs do rally, and you can see how many orcs I have left after fleeing through shit. That's how many orcs I have left, okay? The Beastie Boys on the other side of the house rally. They're there, okay? Ruckus rallies. He's there. My K-Pack split kind of slide up, just kind of threatening ranges. Now, up top, the spiders are still fighting those bats. And like I said, we kept forgetting about them. But they're doing he's doing killing 1 spider, 2 spiders, and then I kill like a couple wounds on the bats. We're kind of holding still there, but I'm losing more bodies than he is, obviously. And yeah, that was basically my turn. Obviously, close combat. My general's unit punk the freaking Barrow Knights, and up here top, like I said, I kill off 2 bats, but he's already getting me down to the point where I have nothing left. Let's go start off his turn. Turn 4. Turn 4. He doesn't really have much. He can't really charge me. He's really far. He's on foot. Yeah. Magic, he gets 2 on the flux. Doesn't really do much. Over here, I try this charge. It's probably like an 18 charge. Maybe a 19, just eyeballing it. But what I try to do here is I try to charge my K-Pack Plus into his zombies, because I could probably just pop his zombies, to be fair. I fail this charge. After I fail this charge, I decide, you know what, let me just threaten him and not do much. His Barrow Knights, or Barrow Guard, are still there. He just changed the banner, or the rank, so he could have horde formation. My Beastie Boys did come back around. As you can see, they're threatening his flank so he doesn't get a little froggy. The Beastie Boys will help. But basically that's it, really. Magic, nothing. Turn 5. Orcs and Goblins, or Vampire. Vampire turn 5, he charges here the bats into the flank of my K-Pack Plus. Magic, he gets a 3. Nothing really happens. He backs up. He knows he has the objective. It's a safe game for him now. All he has to do is just chill back. And that's basically all that happens. We don't really, he buffs here. I don't really give a fuck. Here, the Beastie Boys win, or not the, sorry, the K-Pack wins, kills off the bats. And then that's about it, man. I don't even really have to show you turn 6, really, because here's a picture of it. He's just holding the center. I'm staying back. I think I start rebuilding my trays, because at this point, neither one of us is really pushing. And that's really what happened. He says it in the end of the video. He was worried about getting crushed at the beginning. I had a really strong start popping his ghouls. I was excited once I popped his ghouls. The Beastie Boys failing that 5 overrun. 5 on Swift Stride. Pretty much cost me the game, because after that, losing 3 leadership 8 checks on discipline, they suck, man. Oh, it sucks. It makes me, you know what? And you know what makes it even worse? Only one of them was a 10. Every other dice roll I did was a 9. And it just, it grinds my gears that they were 9s. I was like, you motherfucker. Fuck you, man. Anyways, the game was a lot closer than I thought, and this is an interesting part that I want to talk about. The game was a lot closer than I thought. It was a 13-7. We actually had a 10-10 in points. We're a 135-point difference, okay? But he got the objective. I lost 2 hordes. Excuse me, 2 hordes, a wizard, a giant. I think that was it. And the Beastie Boys, one of the units. So I lost 5 units, and it only cost me 1,900 points. I popped his ghouls, his bats, his dogs, his Barrow Knights, his Spectral Hunters, Vampire Knights. So I killed like 7 of his things. So I ended up getting a lot more points. Not a lot more, I got 2,000. So it was 135. It was a 10-10, and then he got the objective. I'm okay with that, but I was kind of a little bummed out. I had 2 losses in day 1. I was a little like, motherfucker, this sucks. Let's hear what he has to say.
All right, just finished my game with Jeff. Jeff, do you want to talk about? Hey, man. You want to talk about how it went?
Oh man, it was really tight, right to the end. Leadership killed James.
Yeah,
that was it. I mean, think he lost 4 units because of a leadership check. So, man, he's got to get some better leadership.
I lost 2.
1, 2.
The other one ran behind.
3.
But they panicked. But he rallied. They rallied.
Oh yeah.
So I lost 2 off the table.
Lost 2, yeah. 2 off the table.
2 off the table.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. Because the new book, I'm like, I don't know how it handles against vampires.
Yeah.
I think I actually get a lot more blind. So it actually, like, the ghouls pop, you know?
Yeah.
But just the way I was positioned, I thought, I can't do it.
And I think the reason they popped were those guys on the side.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Those for 40 points?
Yeah, 40 points each.
Yeah, 40 points. So, no, good unit, got to keep playing those.
They got raised to 65 on index edition.
That's a little better.
Yeah, but still. 65, I know.
Good game, James.
Thank you, man.
Alright, as you can hear, he was complaining about the Mauler points. The points did go up on the Maulers. I do love the Maulers. They do well in this tournament, to be fair. They're one of my favorite units. I like the little assassin-ish vibes. They pop out, they fuck you up, right? The Doom Diver I was really impressed with, and let's just go over some points real quick on how my team is doing. Let's see. All right. So overall, the K-Pack Plus got the most points, or the second most points, I should say. This game, they got 526, mostly from the Vampire Count unit, and then killing off some bats. The Beastie Boys really impressed me, just for that the ghost step, the fucking flank charge, the maulers popping out of the unit. They really racked up points. They got 544 points. K-Pack is pushed up to first place in the rankings right now, as of game 3. The Foot Clan would have got first place, no problem, if they fucking didn't. I should have just held. I shouldn't have ran away. Running away cost me the whole goddamn game. If I would have held and he would have killed my BSB unit, oh well. I would have fucked them up though. I think I would have really fucked them up. You know what I mean? The Chosen are crowned by General's unit. They're real solid. Every game they've earned points. Next game for sure, they definitely earn points. I know that. Baxter dying early, it sucks. It happens. That's what snipes do. Ruckus did really good. Ruckus would have still been in there killing shit. I really wanted to get Ruckus into the zombies next and just have him just go to town on the zombies, and then I wouldn't have had anything to worry about. Cletus died early, but Cletus did kill some dogs. Doom Diver was on point. The Doom Diver was every round until it stopped firing. I think on round 4 I rolled a double 1 on it, and that's why you don't see any shots in after round 4. So round 3 and 4 were just like horrible for me. The Goblin Horde didn't do shit, killed off 2 ghouls. Alright, so that's pretty interesting. My next game is against Ryan Freiberger or Freeberger or whatever his name is. Captain Canada. All right? Captain Canada versus Captain Mexico. All right? So we're going to go at it. It's the first time I'm actually playing Ryan Freeberg. So that is going to be an interesting match. That match, actually, I really fell in love with some mechanics of the Orc and Goblin book. I'm just going to say that right now. So I'm looking forward to putting that video up. I was excited to put this video up just to show you the clusterfuck of what the leadership looks like in the center of Hold the Center. Previous lists, my ETC list, I had nothing that ran. I played in, Immunopsychology units. I played Fearless units. I played Stubborn units. And I played Banner of Discipline. This book, oh my god. They fixed it this round, or, the Alpha 3, but, like, my general could have panicked off the table right then and there, too, because how high I was rolling. And that just kind of feels bad to me, man. It feels bad. One thing, I know Baldwin's watching this, one thing that could be interesting is when an Ed Basher unit jumps from core to special, that maybe they get some buff. Maybe. Just a buff. You know what I mean? It could be, depending on if it's feral or veteran or goblin or what, or the Boar Boys. Just hear me out. But you could give them a buff, like the Boar Boys get, I don't know, +1 toughness or +1 armor, you know what I mean? Or +1 attack, and then the Savages could get the Fearless back, or the Goblins could get, whatever, +1 strength. Just something to give an incentive to that unit that from going to core to special, that it would make it a little bit better. Anyways, guys, that's all I really got. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I enjoy making them. I can't wait to get you the next 2 games against Ryan Freiberg and Alex Meyer. Also, I got a tournament in with Fergus at his house. And then because I went, because I went to Fergus's house and had to pay a hefty fine to play in his tournament, I actually got him to come the next week to basketball, and that is all coming very soon, guys. Alright, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that. I enjoyed making it. Until next time, take care, and peace.